While Welkom residents in the Free State have been complaining about high levels of crime associated with illegal mining, they've also had to contend with health hazards. Many houses built by mining firms were not rehabilitated, leaving residents vulnerable to health risks that are linked to asbestos roofing. Newzroom Afrika's Ziniko Mhlaba is watching the story, and he joins us now live with some of those details. You've spoken to some residents there, Ziniko. What are they telling you?
Well, Ayanda, the core issue they're complaining about when it comes to issues of health is that issue or risk associated with asbestos. You remember that the Free State Province made headlines not so long ago when there was that case involving the former Premier of the Free State, Mr. Mhlaba, and of course the issue was around the houses with asbestos roofs, saying that those people or residents who are living in those roofs were vulnerable to many health risks. So where we are now in Welkom, it's the similar issue, but now the responsibility, according to residents, they are saying the mining firms themselves did not rehabilitate these houses when they were meant to, basically saying that exposes them to various health risks, specifically that issue of asbestos. I've got Umama Apa Ayanda, who is one of the people who have been directly affected by these issues. Mama, siyabulela kakhulu ngexesha lakho. Indlu yakho mama yindlu asbestos ukusukela udongeni ukuya erufini. Ikuphazamisa njani lonto le?
Siyakhohlela nabantwana bonke siphethe isiphathi siflu notata ibusolekile bulawa yisilicosis.
Khasicacisele mama ngale case katata umyeni wakho waswelekayo. Ingaba mhlambi ngogqirha abatshoyo bathi ubulawe yi-asbestos nokubana lonto leyo yenza kanjani kwempilo yenu beniyiphila?
Ngogqirha bebaconfirma ukuthi ubulawe yiyo yisilicosis.
I-mines mama ke ngoku xa usiya kuzo bathini uyobaripotela into yokubana yeyi ndaswelekelwa ngutata ngenxa lento lo process ikuphethe njani ngokusixelele nje kabanzi?
Lo process ingiphethe kabuhlungu ngoba ngilanga 3 years ngoku ndilindile bathi bafuna uqiniseka ukuthi na inyani imphethe emine okanye njani nabasalinde loo nto leyo batsho njalo ingiphethe kakubi kakhulu loo nto leyo.
All right, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So that's the view, Ayanda, of Umama here, saying that she lost her husband due to health conditions related to asbestos. So as I'm walking on these streets, this entire stretch of houses, Ayanda, is actually, all the houses are made of asbestos from the walls and the roofing themselves, as you see there in the picture. So this house, as you can see, unfortunately there's no one inside, but it's also built using asbestos material from the wall up until the roof. You can see they're still there, especially those who can see the greyish walls there, as we are moving now towards some of the residents who have also been having issues with asbestos. We're in Welkom. Welkom is a mining town, so most of the houses, especially those built by the mining firms, are built using the asbestos. So that's the situation as we head to Mama. She's not the only one. I'm about to speak to community activists and community leaders themselves so that they also give us their engagement with mining firms in terms of what has been their response. Data ifungasondela sithethe nawe ndiyakubona futhi bana urepresent umbutho. Surely data ingxaki zabantu balapho uyazazi, especially when it comes to issues of asbestos. As a community leader, yes, what has been the response of the mining firms, and how have government and also through your party as a ruling party in one way or the other has been assisting the victims of asbestos here?
Can I just correct one thing, sir? My name is George April. I'm a community leader in Bronwyn. I am not representing ANC, although I'm wearing ANC. And I'm proud of ANC.
Okay,
I want to come to this thing of the mine.
Give us a sense of how is the asbestos affecting communities here?
Terribly.
Let me finish my questions respectfully. So, Umama there by the corner was expressing that she lost her husband through the asbestos. So my question to you is, as community activist, what has been the response of mining firms when you engage them about the challenges faced by the communities such as Umama Paikonen?
You see, the mine have dumped us. This is a dumping ground for all these mines over years and years and years. They have left us in the lurch. The so-called plans of them, social plans that they have, labor plans, Nothing have ever materialized in this community. Our people are dying. That mama didn't tell you a story. It's a true story, a painful story. And today we are still continue dying and dying like flies. And the mines are sitting, they bend their hands, they fold their arms, they go to bed every night, very nice. They driving big smart cars, staying in posh houses. But the people here on the ground, we are suffering. And when the winter is coming, sir, winter is approaching us. We are already now in the winter.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Let's get another perspective now. Let's bring in another resident who stays here. Sir, your view on house, I understand, has asbestos challenges. Tell us more about it.
Good morning and thank you. My name is Thabo Peterson. I am a resident of Bronville. I used to work at the mines myself. And by working on the mines, I acquired a house. It's a mine asbestos house. I later bought that house through the bank. But now, 20 years down the line, we found that we are having a challenge of our houses cannot be sold. We can't sell them back to the bank because the bank doesn't want to finance them because of the challenges of asbestos. We've been promised by the government and the mine that they would do something about this asbestos houses, but up until now, nothing has been done. We are still having that challenge. We don't know which way to go. We're just stuck here. We are unemployed. There's no employment for us being created here. Nothing.
Talk to us about the other social ills. The make of this town in terms of the various age groups. I see young people on the streets. How the extent of the damage caused by these mining firms, but also now socially, how is the situation in this particular area?
You see, Bronville was established in around about 1967. And then come at around about 1975, the colored community started getting an opportunity to work on the mines, which was not previously the case. It was always foreign people that used to work on the mines. But since the colored people got the opportunity to work, it was then 1975, they got the opportunity to work. Jobs were created. Life was better for all of us here in Bronville. But since the new dispensation, I don't know, a lot of things happened. Anglo pulled out, and as Anglo pulled out, we find ourselves in a situation where the mines were dilapidated. Now, mine dams were left like that. Unemployment started rising in Bronville, and we felt marginalized. To be quite honest with you, we are really disappointed with the way we as colored people are being treated. I'm sorry to say that because I know when you refer to the word colored, people are getting angry and say we must call ourselves the so-called colored, but I'm not a so-called colored. I am a colored and I live in this community, and we are not only colored people here, there are other people who are staying here. So I don't understand why is it that when jobs are being created, we are being marginalized.
All right, sir.
We are sitting here, our kids are using drugs. Not because they want to use drugs. It's because they are loitering around not having anything to do and they are frustrated.
Okay. Now let's try to get a sense from the mothers themselves, who are also residents here, so that we get a sense of how this is challenging, affecting Mama Skatsab. Njengomzali mama, njengomzali. Akhona mama usathetha ngesixhosa sami. Imama usathetha isixhosa so imancinci mama. Njengomzali ongumama ohlala kule ndawo. Ninabantwana abangasebenziyo, nabantwana mhlambi abasebenzisa iziyobisi. Iniphatha njani loo nto leyo? Imeko yalapha njengabazali nabantwana iniphatha njani?
Indiphatha kabuhlungu ndikuxelele because ndinomnye wabantwana abasebenzisa drugs. Kanti uqala khona ngoku ufumana imali zakhe emayini ogemkile asimazi noba ophina. Ibhlungu into yaseBronville nyani asihoywanga kuyo yonke into and siyahlupha abantwana bethu abasebenzi, abantwana bazula esithubeni, akho nto bayenzayo. Kunzima apha eBronville, akho misebenzi, akho nix. Siphila kolu hlobo kunje and kubhlungu ba abantwana bethu basebenzisa drugs. Ayona pain ebhlungu zi-drugs ebantwaneni bethu.
Uncedo mama xa engage nabantu baserhulumenteni njenge-ward councillors, but also engage nezi companies zemine. Lisekhona lonxibelelwano, la communication isekhona, niyakwazi uthetha nabo?
Asikwazi uthetha nabo. Asinayo ukuthi sibe ne-communication nemine sithethe ngento ezinjengezi sikuze khona ngoku abantwana bethu abasebenzi abafumana imisebenzi. Abanye abantwana bezinye indawo bayafumana imisebenzi ezimine
kwabantwana baseBronville abasebenzi abantwana baseBronville abakho nto bayenzayo kodwa yonke imayini yabaqesha abantwana baseThabong yabaqesha abantwana base-Ottendare yabaqesha abantwana bezinye indawo abantwana bethu abanandawo abasebenzi baphela zezi drugs nobutywala babuselayo ingxaki esinayo yiyo loo nto butywala i-drugs.
Umyalezo wakho uthini kwabantu basemagunyeni?
Umyalezo wam ithi urhulumente makaphakamise akasihoye akamamele izicelo zethu esizifuna kuye yonke into esiyifunayo asenzele nokuba sihlale eBronville singahoyekanga masihoyeke kunto yonke.
Enkosi kakhulu mama. One of the residents here, speaking especially the last guest, Ayanda, just alluding to the fact that when it comes to social ills such as the use, the availability and young people having access to substances such as drugs, that becomes a serious problem. Saying she has a son who actually just got his monies from his work back in the days in the mine, saying she has no idea where he is right now, but also saying that they are struggling now to get access to the mining firms themselves. So there's a very limited communication between these residents and the actual mining firms as well, but also calling on government to assist in whatever way government can so that young people here are able to work, but also saying that as mothers they feel very frustrated by the situation. So that's where we are at this point.
Yeah, certainly a multiplicity of issues, as would say Ziniko Mhlaba, live to us there from Welkom in the Free State. It's a story with its various sub-stories, so we'll keep watching as they continue to unfold.